Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about how every game that Caitlin Clark plays, it looks dumber and dumber that she is not on the Olympic team. And welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do because it notifies you of our next videos. Rob, we all know that the Olympics snub was bad. And they gave all sorts of fake reasons for why she's not on it. And we all know that throughout the history of the NBA and the WNBA, they've always put on young players, including Anthony Davis, WNBA, LeBron James, and they put on 4 people right out of college in the WNBA, all of which we've gone over before, so we don't need to repeat it, including, obviously, Diana Taurasi, who's on the team for the 6th time. And that's the reason she's going to get her 6 gold medals, because they put her on right out of college, not before she established herself in the WNBA, right out of college, just like Brianna Stewart, Candace Parker, Sylvia Knowles, right out. They've always put young players on. They didn't do it this time. They had the oldest team they've ever had. No one's under the age of 26, which, again, we talked about that before. No one's going to be in their prime 4 years from now and without any experience. And Caitlin Clark is playing better and better every game. It's obvious Chelsea Gray is not back all the way back from the injury. She's not playing well. Her numbers are way down. Caitlin Clark is the best point guard and best floor general in the league, and they're going into the Olympics without someone like that. Does that make sense to you, Rob?
No, I mean, Chelsea Gray, great player, but she's coming back from an injury, and I mean that the selection committee they're looking very stupid with egg on their face, especially after this last game. I mean, people are gonna just keep on railing on them. Going, what were you thinking? What is your problem with that? Why aren't you putting this phenomenal athlete on your Olympic team? And you see her passing, see how she handles herself, how great that would be for the Olympic team. Even though you're gonna win anyway, but still, here's to showcase what we're the best players in the world. Why not showcase this up and coming, soon to be the best player of the world?
Rob, they don't have to tell the Olympic Committee what their final roster is until a couple days before the Olympics. I remember reading that. But I didn't research the next part that I'm going to talk about. And the next part is they don't always announce what the final roster is this far in advance. I think they did that on purpose. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. The WNBA and the NBA, it's different every year. Again, I don't have the exact time period between when the Olympics start to when they announced it, but they don't always do it that far in advance. Mm-hmm. And I think they did that because they knew Caitlin Clark was going to start playing better. And they knew that ferocious defense they had against her was limiting her output and making sure she didn't shine as much as she was capable of. I think that was all part of this, Rob.
You think they were just doubting? I mean, were they also doubting her skills coming into the league?
No, they didn't. These women know basketball better than we do. They know the WNBA better than we do. Mm-hmm. They know how talented she was. I'm convinced that this attitude that they have that she's overrated and all this hype and she doesn't deserve it is complete BS. They know WNBA and women's basketball better than we do. They can see Caitlin Clark's uniqueness and talent as a floor general and a point guard, her competitiveness, her range on her three-point shot. They can see that, Rob.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just answered that loaded question like that because I knew that would be the answer because it's true. I mean, how can you not see this coming into the league? Why was she drafted number 1? Just for we'll just pick this player. She's kind of so-so. No, she was drafted number 1 because she's one of the best players and is going to be one of the best players in your league and in the world. So why are you poo-pooing her and trying to doubt? I don't know who you're listening to. Why are you putting this in your head that she's not going to matter or she's just a rookie? And we got all these dumb excuses. It's right there in front of you.
Right. Now, Rob, you played high school, college basketball, you coached, and you know basketball. You've been watching basketball for almost 60 years. I've been watching it since 1969 when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor came into the league. And so even though I didn't play basketball other than an 8th grade basketball team, which I maintain doesn't even count, I know basketball from watching it. And I think people who are underrated, Clark, some of them are young and don't realize what they're seeing. don't realize she is the it factor.
What is their problem with her as far as talent wise? What do they see that I'm not seeing?
Right. I mean, listen, we should listen to someone like Lisa Leslie. Okay, great player, maybe the greatest player ever in the WNBA, and she's been around the league and women's basketball for a long, long time. And when she says Caitlin Clark should be in the Olympic team, I listen. Okay?
Yeah.
And you should too. And the committee should have listened. And they didn't.
No.
And they didn't for the wrong reasons.
Wrong petty reason. It's very petty, wrong. I don't know.
And this will go down as the worst Olympic snub of all time in the history of mankind, at least to this day.
Or womankind too.
Womankind, sorry. Humankind.
Yeah.
Humankind. Thanks for correcting me on that. This will go down as the biggest Olympic snub of all time. Because in individual events, you got to earn it by placing first, second, or third, like in track and field and swimming. But the team events are, they're chosen. And this is the worst mistake ever. And obviously she's one of the top 12 players in the league. And I knew she was going to be by the time the Olympics came around, even though I could tell at the beginning of the season she was struggling with the intense defense and new teammates and lousy coach and all that. I still know what I saw in college that it was going to translate. And they can see that, Rob. I'm convinced they knew that. They just didn't like the fact that she was going to
and that's what she's fought through, Mark. This see the beginning of the season, how she's fought through that. Like you said, she wasn't great, but she was still in there when you could see the potential is there. And now you see how she's fought through it, and now she's making them look very silly. Other people are going, what is your problem? Why is she on the team? Little kids are going like, how come Caitlin Clark's not on the Olympic team?
Well,
they can even see it. They can see it.
10-year-old girls can figure out she should be on the team.
Yeah, they're asking, why is she on the team?
I just said they don't have enough experience to really know that, but they're right, though.
Yes.
I don't know what to say, Rob, but this is unfortunate, and unless someone gets injured, she's not going to be on the team. Yeah. So I think it's a sad moment because we all know that the WNBA is complaining about publicity and the league growing, and in getting international publicity is great for the league in the future also, because you get television rights from international watchers also. Right. So that's more money for them. So not only are they blowing it nationally for attendance at games, TV contracts, but they're going to blow it for TV contracts internationally. Because if they want to watch Caitlin Clark play, they're a lot more likely to do that if they see her play in the Olympics than if they don't see her play in the Olympics. So the next 4 years, you're going to lose money due to lack of publicity to Caitlin Clark. So all those reasons she should be on the team. But, and if Don Taurasi wants to show that she's finally turning the corner and she's a good human being now, just resign from the Olympic team and say, hey, it's obvious Caitlin Clark should be on the team. And she'll go down as the biggest hero ever.
Yeah, I don't need that 6th medal. It's okay.
Pardon me?
Yeah, she should say, I don't need that 6th gold medal, whatever.
Right. I don't think she will. But if she did, that would be a movie moment, Rob. Think about if this was a movie and Diana Taurasi did that. People in the audience would start cheering in a theater. Yeah. They would, I swear to God. If she did that, she would go, she doesn't, she says things like, well, I'm not good at this marketing and public relations stuff. She said that before when she talks about giving rookies a hard time and wanting to do F them up and everything like that. She said, I'm not good at that. Well, you're 42 years old. It's high time you are. So just resign off the team and say, hey, or Chelsea Gray should say, hey, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Mark, speaking of movies, that would be that Rocky. If you ever saw the first Rocky, it'd be that Rocky moment where the people in the theater were clapping and actually crying, whatever. That's.
And Rob, if she doesn't do this, I would make a movie about Caitlin Clark, and I would change the ending into that her doing this. I would change that. Because that would be such a tearjerker and such a cheerful thing. In the other way, and the audience would love the movie. They would. Oh, yeah. So I'm recommending Diana Taurasi do this because she'll go down. She'll be much more popular as a person after this if she does that. But
also, you think just like we said near the end, the little secret weapon. Do you think NBC will still have their input on this?
Rob, I'm sure they're putting pressure on them, but again, if someone doesn't get injured, I don't see it happening. There's only two possibilities: someone getting injured and Diana Taurasi saying, "Let Caitlin Clark have my spot." If she does that, the committee will have no choice but to do that, because Diana Taurasi is going to say, have Caitlin Clark take my spot. And they'll look, wow, it'll be really bad if they just put someone else on the team.
Right.
And you know what? Here's another thing. Angel Reese should be on that team too.
Yeah, why not?
She's leading the league in rebounding, and they've always put a couple young players on the team. They have zero. So this is not just about Caitlin Clark. I think Angel Reese is getting snubbed too. Even if she's not one of the top 12 players, she's real close.
Yeah.
And she's 22, and they've always done this, and they need to develop players to have experience for the next Olympics.
Think you should expand the roster maybe? What was it, 12 players you said?
They can't. The Olympic Committee.
Oh, it's Olympic Committee?
Yeah, they can't. I think they can have alternates or something if someone gets injured, but they can't put more than 12 people.
That's too bad.
No, if that was the case, they would have already done this. They would have.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Although I think they would have just kept her off the team and say, well, we don't need more than 12 players, or we don't want more than 12 players because there's not enough playing time. They would just make an excuse, even if that was the case. But yes, Angel Reese should be on the team too. So even though I don't like Angel Reese, I think she's earned it, and she's also popular. Not as popular as she thinks she is, but she's still popular, and she's playing great.
Yeah.
So, they give them experience. She's not going to play a lot, but she would, be good experience, and it would draw some more eyes to the Olympics, just like Caitlin Clark. So the Olympic Committee had this all wrong, Rob.
Yeah, they really blew it. They really blew it as far as we were talking about another video about public relations, and seems like the public relations all around, even in the Olympic Committee, is bad.
It's a disaster, Rob. And that's our take. Let us know what you think. But it's looking worse and worse every game. Caitlin Clark plays well, and even every game that Angel Reese plays well. She had a huge game the other night. Let's give her props. Let us know what you think. And this is our take for today. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. And also, we got live shows coming up. It's going to be every Monday now, Eastern time, from 6 to 8, 2 hours long. And Rob's going to be there on this Monday, which is July 8th. And feel free to make intelligent, non-insulting comments and hit the like button if you like this video. And we're also going to have live Olympics from 2 to 5 Eastern time PM, obviously, because that's prime time in Paris when they're going to have the marquee events. And we're also going to try to do live for all of Indiana Fever's games. And the next one is, Wednesday the 10th. And it's at noon for some weekday at noon, but that's our next game. Mm-hmm. So join us then. And we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.